Okie doke. Hi, everyone. I am back to do another sort of mental health exercise instead of doing like regular patterns. Um, this one was from that same person who uh, uh, taught that other one, the one with the circles. But this one is just slightly different. Um, she did this with Poscas, so I've got my Poscas. Not all of them, but I've got some Poscas here, mostly my pastels. Um, I'm going to use this yellow piece of paper because I can. And we're just going to start with a color, and we're just going to color in like areas. This really does. Poscas really do kind of eat your paper, don't they? I'm not going to worry about whether or not it's fully covered. I'm not going to worry about where the shapes are, or whether they are like, they're just going to be whatever shape comes out of me. My hand is just going to do what it wants that feels good. Some of them will be bigger, some of them will be smaller. I'm just going to make shapes. One color at a time. That looks like the same color almost. Come on, get some paint out of there. I did not get that one primed. It's been sitting for a while. That's okay. And we're just going to scribble. We're just going to scribble until we feel happy with the shape of the scribble. Just going to turn my page so I don't stick my hand in it. I'm going to go ahead and just flood the paper with paint because that's fine. Since I'm not being like particular with any of these, doesn't matter. And go right up to the edge of that one. This shape wants to go this way. I don't know. It's just where it wants to go. I did those already. Guess I could have done this with like paint. Might have been easier with like regular acrylic paint than a marker, than a Posca. Poscas are fiddly. They work better on more less porous surfaces. Paper is not really Posca's friend. to be honest. I'm not too sure why she started with Poscas, although I don't remember. She might have been doing this on a canvas. It's been a while since I watched this particular episode. And if I could remember her name, I would put her link in the description box below. I may have to go, if I can go through my history of things I've watched on YouTube, and if I can find her video about these things, I will link them. I may be even doing them not the way she did them, because this is just what I remember, not necessarily how she did things. I could be completely wrong. I'm not even going to fill all the spots. I'm just going to do some of them. Ugh, really eats the paper. I've got paper pulp all over my pen. Try to wipe that off a little. As you guys know, at the end of last video, if you watched the last one, the one with my circles, I was telling you about the anxieties that I was having. And that I thought my anxiety was about work. And then as I talked to you guys about it a little bit more, as I was getting to the end of that video, I realized that some of my anxiety was just about the upcoming few days for the weekend and how busy they were going to be. And not that that it's a bad busy, it's a good busy. It's just that it's busy can sometimes overwhelm me. And I don't want to be overwhelmed. So I need to get out some of that stress, some of that anxiety first before things get... Oh, am I out of paint on this one? Oh, this pen is out of paint. Okay, good to know. We'll just kind of do dots with it. That and that one, she is empty. Okay. So it's actually good that I had that little conversation with you guys. You guys don't know it, but sometimes when I yammer on and chit chat, you are my therapy. Of course, you won't see this for weeks after the event. and that's okay. But sometimes just talking it out loud. I mean, I know you guys aren't here, and that you're not actually doing anything to make me feel better. But just talking it out loud gives me that release of tension. Ooh, I use this pen a lot too. Apparently, I'm running out of ink on this one as well. It's not really ink, it's paint. But I can tell, based on how hard it takes to push on it, to get anything out, that it's almost empty. And like I say, with these mental health exercises, it's not really about the end product is not the point. That is not the point of the exercise. The point of the exercise is to get what you need to get out of your system. Sometimes I can do that with just coming out here and just doing a regular video. And just the act of drawing helps me calm down and gets out some of that stress. But sometimes that's not enough. And I felt like today it's not going to be enough. Like I need more. I need more support today. And I didn't want to do a pattern that really made me overthink. I just wanted to let my intuition run. And that's what these ones do. I need the more orange. I only have that one orange. I think I want more orange. Let me get all that paper fluff off the end of my pen. Let's go back to the orange. I like that orange better that way. And I feel like I need maybe a little over here as well. See, now I'm giving them shapes that I want to give them instead of just letting them go, which is good, I think. Because I feel like this means that I'm feeling more in control. The chaos is becoming more defined, more regulated. Like I'm getting a grasp on things by making spaces now more intentional. I don't want to make the filling in that intentional because that sort of scribbly look is where I've started. I want that to continue, but I'm making more conscious choices as to where I'm putting color. Okay. And then I think that's it. Maybe some white. I don't think this light yellow will make any difference anyway. But maybe I'll put some white in there. In these two spots where... Oh, let me start over here. Ugh. I've stuck my hand in it. Balance some of these dark colors with some white. Okay. That one and here. Be careful with that one, it's still wet. I don't want it mixed with the blue. I want it to be separate. I splattered over here, so let's make some white marks over here. And maybe one coming out of here as well. Why is that not filling with white? It's filling with, it's not, is it not mixed well? Am I out of white? I might be low on white. That's possible. It's just sucking up into the paper. That's okay. As long as it's all the same color throughout, we're good. All right. All right. I think I need one more light white bit here, kind of sticking out. I like these sticking out bits, whatever that is, whatever that means to my brain. I like it. Well, I'm going to add that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like the composition is now pleasing to me. Yeah, that's good. So, I need to dry this. Give me a moment. What can I give you to look at? I'll give you this to look at. I'll be back in just a second. If you want to buy me a coffee while I'm drying, feel free. I'll be back in just a sec. Alrighty. Now we're going to do sort of the neurographic thing. And we're going to outline those shapes with the black pen. I've got this big black pen which makes a big mark, but that's okay. We're going to just carefully do this with, don't have to use Poscas. You could use just regular markers or crayons. Could do paint. It's all the same. It's the same concept. Right? Somehow I missed that. It's all right. We'll just make it thicker. So instead, it's just like the neurographic art, except for instead of doing the lines first, you're doing the coloring in part first. I don't usually color in my neurographic doodles. So this is different for me. I usually just do the line work. And I don't usually do it with this bold of a line. I usually am using my fine liners. So all of these different techniques push me out of my normal, what I normally do, which is cool because then your brain goes into some different place. It doesn't go into the place you always go. Your brain goes elsewhere. And that's what I need. I need my brain to go somewhere else. My brain needs to travel to a different place than where it's been stuck. So I'm doing something that's out of my normal wheelhouse. It's still kind of within my normal wheelhouse. It's not unfamiliar products. It's not an unfamiliar concept. But what it is different from what I normally do. It's in a different order. Like I said, I would normally draw the lines first, and if I was to color, I would color after. I wouldn't normally put this many colors on a page. That's not my norm. But I just did what just came to me intuitively. I didn't think a whole lot about it until I came toward the end, and then it was like, what shape do I want here? These kind of sticking out pointy bits. Okay, now we're going to round and see if I can't get this pen to work. This is the thinner ZSCN acrylic paint marker. I'll see if I can't get that to work to do some rounding. Here we go. Because I don't want to round with that big fat pen. This one has a plastic nib to it too, so it doesn't eat the paper quite as badly. I can get a little bit more refined with it. Just round those corners. Make them softer edges. Just like that. And can you see the difference that makes compared to this? This almost looks like stained glass when you do that. It looks like the corners where the soldering is. I think that's why we like it a lot. That look. It does remind me of stained glass. just round every one of these corners. And then if I want to, I can go back in and add patterns. I may not, but I might. We will see how I feel in a moment. But I might put some pattern in there. Maybe some dots or some stripes in certain ones. Okay. So how are you guys doing? Are you doing things for your mental health? Are you helping yourself? It's extremely important to give yourself grace and to do what you need to do to make yourself healthy. Not just your body, but your mind. You need to feed your soul. What was that buzz? Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I'm going into my Zen mode. That's what you need. That's where you need to be. Your brain needs to get into that Zen space, that flow state, where nothing else really matters but what you're doing right at this very moment, where all the anxiety, all the stress just disappears, and you have some moments. It might not be gone for good, but you have moments where your brain is not on overdrive thinking about all the things, and that you're just kind of in a Zen zone. And that is really good and helpful for your brain. It's what you really need to make yourself healthy. You need those periods of time where you're just in the flow state, you're in the Zen zone. I've got ink on places I don't want ink, but that's okay, because you know what? This is just an exercise. It's not a finished artwork. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I am in my Zen space. happy place, the place where my brain is comfortable. My brain has forgotten all the things that it was worried about for that moment. Will my worries come back? Probably. I'm not saying this will ease all of your worries and your worries will just disappear, because, that's that's not reasonable to expect. Now, is it possible? I believe it's possible. I believe that doing something like this could make your brain state to a point where whatever it is that was bothering you just doesn't bother you anymore. I believe that can happen. But I also believe that if that anxiety state comes back, that you don't need to beat yourself up over it. The last thing we want is to do this exercise and then think, I failed the exercise because my anxiety came back. That's not the point. The point is to have a few moments of peace, of brain happiness. And usually, not always, but usually, when I'm done with exercises like this, when the anxiety comes back, it's not as bad. Can I guarantee that for you? No, I can't. I wish I could. But can I say that this does help me? Absolutely. Stuff like this helps me. And this is a different kind of activity than I've done before. It's similar but different. And it really makes me have a good time, enjoy myself. Got a chunk of paper there. As I'm doing this, I'm noticing where my brain is going during these times, because your brain. Brains are interesting things, and they seem to always be working. But instead of, while I'm coloring and while I'm doing this, instead of my brain going to that anxiety place, that thing that was worrying me about work, about upcoming events, instead of going there, my brain is going to happy things that I've seen in videos of friends, things that are uplifting and wholesome. Like my brain just went to a gender reveal from somebody that I've met. She's not like a friend, but I've met. And she posted online. And she did this gender reveal that was just her and her husband. And the joy and the happiness that they were feeling at that moment when they found out they're going to have a baby girl. And that popped into my head just now. Instead of the things that I was worried about. And that's the point of this, to get to the point where your brain is doing something else besides worrying. Maybe my brain will go toward prayer and praying for people that I know. I have a friend who recently had surgery, and she's recovering from that. And I can pray for her, and I can think about her and think about her becoming better and being well and getting back to the things that she enjoys doing. I can think about the people who are in her life that are helping her with things. She can call us up like she did the other day and say, can you pick up such and such from the store for me and drop it past the house? Because I'm not allowed to drive yet. Absolutely. Okay. I think, what do we feel like? I feel like it's done, but I feel like it wants dots, black dots. I don't know why it wants black dots, but just simple dots, not a lot. A few here and there. Why does it want dots? I don't know why it wants dots, but it does. The dots make me happy. And it wants some right here. Is it done? I think it's done. Okay. Which way does it live? I think it lives this way. I think this feels like the bottom. All right. I think we're done. Is it a beautiful masterpiece? No. Is it what my brain needed at this moment to make me happy? Absolutely. I like it. It feels good. That's all it is. It just feels good. And I'm there for it. All right, you guys have a blessed day. I will see you on whatever video is next. I think we're going to do the painting of my clay projects. Here's my clay project. It's not quite dry. It's still cold to the touch, so I'm going to leave it in the window a couple more days. Hopefully it will dry out. And I will see you guys on the next video. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Do something nice for yourself today. Make the world a better place, one person at a time. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.